The Bold and the Beautiful recap. January 16th, Katie pleads with Bill. News of Bill's alliance with Sheila has continued to rock characters on The Bold and the Beautiful. The January 16th episode of our soap saw Katie finally being read in on her ex-husband's new budding romance with the family's sworn enemy. Of course, it sent her right to his doorstep to make her own case for why he needs to come to his senses and drop Sheila immediately. Taylor also made another nonsensical pitch for turning herself into the authorities to ensure Sheila's locked away. But, as everyone keeps pointing out to her, that's not a good idea. There's no guarantee that confessing her own crime will result in Sheila's imprisonment, especially when Bill has already vowed not to let that happen. The new couple believe they have this all settled, but judging by Taylor's face and Katie's determination to get through to Bill, they aren't going to be given carte blanche to carry on however they please. This may just be the first time in a while that we'll be seeing the Forresters, Logans, and Spencers united to pull Bill from Sheila's clutches. Here's the full recap events from January 16's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. The Bold and the Beautiful recap, January 16th. The opening was a rehash of Sheila's reaction to Bill telling her that he loves her. Steffi and Taylor looked just as disgusted as they did on last Friday's episode. They also didn't get Bill to budge. He's deeply attached to Sheila, and she's declared that she feels the same. So Taylor threatening to go to the police about shooting Bill didn't really do much. Steffi's hackles rose when Sheila brought Taylor back to reality about her plan to turn herself in, but it was no different than what she's been telling her mother. She'd be locked behind bars for her crime, with no assurance that Sheila would also suffer the same fate. As Steffi reminded her, Bill bought a judge, and he could just do it again, or figure out some way to make sure Sheila stays free, and then Taylor would have gone to jail for nothing. Taylor would be missing years with her family, especially her grandchildren, when her main motivation for staying in town is so she doesn't miss out on any more of their lives. Her plan isn't the best. They need to go back to the drawing board if they truly want to drive a wedge between Sheila or find a way out of the situation they've been put in. Meanwhile, at the Cliff House, Finn told Katie and Carter that Bill's the reason Sheila's free to go about her business. He didn't go into details about the blackmail, likely to protect Steffi and Taylor, but he did mention that Bill's romantically involved with Sheila. Of course, this surprised Katie and Carter, and the former left to get some answers. When she arrived at Spencer Mansion, she found Bill in the living room alone as Taylor and Steffi went home to fill Finn in on their lack of progress. Bill and Sheila had finished another snuggle session on the couch, where he assured her they'd come up with a way to combat any effort made to imprison her. It was another teary showing for Katie, as she apologized to Bill for not being there for him when he needed her. She wishes she could go back and make a different choice, because he must have felt so lonely and depressed to have made the decision to align himself with the likes of Sheila. Katie reminded him that she knows what it's like to feel alone, she understands what he's going through, and she can be there for him now. But he has to get Sheila out of his life. Almost as if she'd been summoned by the call of her name, the infamous woman appeared, but Katie barely paid her any mind. She scoffed when Sheila said Bill's the love of her life and she's his. It's understandable that she would. Katie's of the belief that Brooke is the love of her ex-husband's life, though personally I think Katie holds that position. Refusing to deal with Sheila, Katie turned back to Bill and continued to plead with him to reverse his actions. She wants him to cut all ties with her, but I doubt he's going to do that anytime soon. Katie says she's the person who knows him the best, so perhaps with persistence she'll be able to get through to him, but one conversation isn't going to do even if it does move the needle. Interestingly, she repeatedly said she didn't want to know how Bill blackmailed Shin. It seems she's unaware that Taylor shot Bill, nearly killing him. I do wonder if that particular cat is going to be let out of the bag. What do you think? Thank you for watching and stay with us for more update videos.